Hey everyone, welcome back to Adorn. In this exciting episode, which is number 7, we're taking this springy, cold, thin floor and turning it into this strong, solid, well-insulated and warm floor. Let's take a look. Monday morning, just ripping up this subfloor. But I just wanted to show why we're ripping up to put black plastic underneath. You can see the moisture. You can even see it in the color of the ply. It looks straight up soaked. So this is exactly why we're going to put black polyethylene plastic. And the reason being is it keeps moisture out of your subfloor. It will keep your house warmer. It's obviously not as warm as like glass wool or any good insulation like that, but dollar to warmth ratio, it's the best thing you can do, because this black plastic for 100 square meters cost us like $40 or $50. First run of plastic's down, so we've cleaned out all the dirt underneath, all the rocks, because you don't want to puncture in holes through plastic. Then along the edges, you can see it's all taped, but under the tape we've used this construction adhesive as well. And then we're going to overlap and work our way across. Still in the tatami room downstairs. We've got all the rocks out from underneath, and we're just preparing the subfloor because we've just ordered some ply, some 24mm ply to go over the top. We're also going to put blue polystyrene foam in between the joists to also help with insulation. So yeah, it's going to be way warmer, way drier. You won't have that damp smell when it's all finished. So if you are putting in your floor joists, this is the best tool you can get, because trying to figure out these levels and stuff across the floor is just so difficult. So I'm actually blocking it right now, but you can see the laser on all the joists, and you just use that to get your level. So when the laser's in line with the joist, then you're pretty good. And if it's too high, you just buzz it. If it's too low, you just pack it. I was going to drop the floor level to in line with these bearers, but it was just going to be so much more work, and the real issue is this. So when I would have got over here, this whole first step would have jumped up the height that I was dropping it. So this first step would have been 100mm bigger than everything else, and it would have been awful. You would have definitely noticed it. We've vetoed that decision. We're just going to keep the same joist height. Now I have a bit thicker joists. Now in Australia, if any Aussies are watching this, you're probably like, holy fuck, that is not very... not a very big joist, which I totally agree with. But for some reason in Japan, they use like literally, I'll show you what they use. 60 by 60. This is what they use as joists. I pulled these up as joists, which is crazy to me. So I've got the laser level set up over there. I've marked the arrow up, so whenever you put in joists, you always want to put the bow up, because over time it will obviously sag back down. I've got my first check out there. So the way I got that dimension was, I've marked where my bearer is. And then when I get my measurement from the laser line, that measurement from there down to there, you obviously have to mark that from the top down to the bottom, the top of the cutout. So this is top of joist. That's where your flooring will go. This is your bearer, the cutout. So this is the distance between the laser and the top of the bearer. So I'm using just a handsaw. You do plumb cuts, which are the ones that dictate your height. Now we're going to come look at the power saw, because this cut will take a lot longer with a handsaw. Try and keep it nice and level. We just give it a little hit with a hammer. Boom, and out it comes. So we've done all the checkouts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now in the past, I have done a little bit of carpentry and I was terrible at it. So there's a red hot chance that this is either I've done the heights wrong or the cutouts are wrong. I haven't checked this. So you and me are going to look at this at the same time. Let me just set the camera up here. We are going to see this in real time. If I know what I'm talking about, or I'm way off. So cue the clown music because we could be miles off here. I have no idea. So that goes there. Ah, so far so good. There's a bit of a bow in this one. Well, it actually looks promising. Oh, wow. Have a look at this. It fits. So there's our cutouts. The laser lines along the top there. Let me just spin this around so we can see it on the other end. And look at that. Down this end looks even better. Happy days. Yeah, we've just finished the second joist. I'll give it a little hit. See if it goes in. Oh, I can see the laser directly on the top there, which is good. That's what we want. Actually looks... I don't know what happened. I used to be so bad at this stuff. I don't know if it's just because no one's watching or what, but look at this. Actually not bad at all. And the cuts are really nice. Yeah, not bad. Check the centers again. 455. So 910. Best dollar I ever spent. A skew on the other side. Hope you had your Weet-Bix this morning, Anne. Big breakfast because we've got a lot of lifting to do. Well, look at this cricket. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Don't like it?
Yucky.
In Australia, there's huge complaints normally about timber. Like if you go to the local hardware store and you try and find timber, like they're all bananas. Like you will not find some straight timber. It's crazy that in Japan, like the timber is insanely straight. I didn't even have to like fish through the whole pile to find these. These are like 7 off the top. So yeah, shout outs to whoever's, you know, milling all this timber. .30 AM Sunday morning. We're on the grind. I couldn't get this triangle piece in without cutting this joist. I had to cut it, open it up and then slide it. And even still it was hard to get in. Put your triangular pieces in first. So I'm in the subfloor right now, which is actually quite nice because there's black plastic everywhere and it's clean. But I just wanted to show you the detail that I'm doing with the 50mm polystyrene foam. So there's my joist, you can see it there, you can see Akiya. And then underneath, just to hold it in place, I'm just doing the cleats. So that's not going to move, and then we're going to put the glass wool back on top. So we're going to have the warmest subfloor in the whole of Hokkaido. The bit that I'm worried about is this concrete along here. Because this concrete is a cold bridge, which basically means that the temperature outside, like I could put my hand to it now and it's cold, you know. So in new builds, like especially in Japan, they get extra boards and stick it to that anyway. I'm just going to use the waste, the skinny bits. It's probably not going to be the prettiest, but it's definitely going to help.
Hi, this one.
Alright, foam. Officially finito. This is probably the worst part. So that was cut a little bit too short and it dropped down. So what I've done is just made a wedge out of foam. Made a wedge, pulled it up and then wedged it so it sits there, and then filled it with expanding foam, which will obviously hold it because it's a strong adhesive to foam. And then I'll just cut the wedge off. Over here was perfectly fine. This part is, yeah, pretty tight as well. It's a bit messy on the expanding foam, but no one's ever going to see it. This part was a bit tricky because I ran out of foam, so I did all the cutouts and just went to however long the sheet was, and then I just cut another piece underneath and then cleated something to the bottom to hold it together. Just wanted to take a moment before we really wrap up this subfloor and just show you like the final detail. So I added the joists. I just checked them out over the bearers to make sure the floor was level. We used black polyplastic on the floor. We used these Shiro Ishii white stones to suck up any moisture that gets in. Because these joists, or these bearers, sorry, are like 800 wide and the sheets come in like 910. So naturally you'll have a lot of 110 mil offcuts. So just do not throw them out. Just glue them to the concrete that's bare on the floor. So this in theory should be like super duper warm, super duper dry. In between your bearers, you fill in the 50 mil foam. Insulation in between the joists, and then 25 mil ply. I was just paranoid about, in Japanese it's called kishi kishi. Because if you go on these old floors, like I can notice a difference from stepping from my floor to this floor. This is like, to me it feels very like springy. But yeah, this is the final detail. I'm very, very, very happy with it. Got to reuse some old insulation, so save money on trash, and it should be super duper warm. Warm and dry, which is what we're going for. Final piece of the puzzle. Got this bit of flooring. Yeah. Final piece of the puzzle about to go in. So I haven't dry fit this yet. I'm just going to hopefully whack it in there and it's going to fit first time. So let's glue it up. What do you think, Anne? Give me the critic.
Good. 10 out of 10, y'all.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty good. Just here has a little gap, but
A little bit of a hole there, but
it's all good.
not bad for a DIYer.
No.
And here's the finished product. Very, very warm, very insulated, very strong. And yeah, a relatively fun process, to be honest, to do and put our living room floor together. So now it's on to the next couple of rooms. We're also going to start renovating this kitchen and the bathroom. So as you can see here, this is the old bathroom. We're going to bring it out to here, put a new door on it. I can show you the plans here. So yeah, that's going to be the entryway door, which will be here. Sorry, which will be there. Going to have the vanity, which will be just in this corner. And yeah, that's what it's going to look like in 3D. I'll show you some of the colored renders. Unfortunately, this is just black and white. So this is where we're standing now, looking at the kitchen. So as you can see, there's the window. The kitchen's going to run around that corner. There'll be a tool pantry here where the sledgehammer is. And that's what the kitchen looks like. So fridge will be up in this corner, closest to us. And yeah, the rain should duct is going to stay where it is. And yeah, so that's where we're at now. So on to the next floor. These two floors need to be changed. And yeah, I'm going to start demolishing this bathroom. So thanks for watching this exciting episode. If you do want any cabinetry or you want a kitchen to look like the one that we've designed, go to www.adorn.world. And yeah, thanks.